Yasuo just goes nuts on that. Hey everyone, it's Outpace here with a Cat and Yasuo deck. If you don't know, Katarina is this gal right here. She is a mid laner in League of Legends that I used to play quite a bit. Her thing is when she attacks, instead of going back to the back row like everyone else does, she instead goes into your hand. It's called the recall, and that does help her synergize with Yasuo a bit, but she also levels up when she recalls. So after she attacks, she levels up, and then the next time you play her, then she rallies, and then also the strike is recall once again. Katarina, to an extent, is a 4-mana 4/3 rally. She is pretty slow in that regards, but she's very good for closing out late games in that instance. And she does synergize some with Yasuo because she is a recall effect. Here's Yasuo right here. You stun or recall 5+ units. This can be enemy units or your own units. So Katarina does go toward this effect, and he does 2 damage to any of the enemy ones. When he's leveled up, he instead strikes, so he does 5 damage if he has 5 attack, but he can also do more in some cases. So if you do something such as play a transfusion onto Yasuo and give him +2/2, he'll do 7 to the things he strikes instead of 5. But at the start it is 2, and then it is his actual attack for the strike. This deck has some of the classic late game Yasuo synergies. We have the Intimidating Roar, stun all enemies with 4 or less power, a very fun card to level up Yasuo with or destroy an opponent's board with if Yasuo is already leveled. I enjoy it quite a bit. Next card is Minotaur Reckoner, which is a great card for closing out games. The reason being is that it is round start stun the weakest enemy. This usually means that if you have one with Yasuo, Yasuo can just kill the weakest enemy. This makes it where you have less things that you have to block and worry about. It's also very good against mid-range lists, and the reason being is that mid-range lists tend to have more beefier cards that they're playing. They're not going as wide as some of the other decks, so being able to stun the weakest thing could be something relatively powerful. It's great for closing games out. I like this card quite a bit. It's a fun one. And then we have Yone, which is Yasuo's brother, if you don't know. And it's play stun to enemies. This card is very great for delaying your opponent or just keeping them from attacking. I absolutely love playing it against Sejuani because Sejuani is already like frozen something. She's getting ready to attack, and you just stun her and then stun the next best thing. This makes it so they can't capitalize off of Sejuani's play effect, which is giving vulnerable and frostbite to one of your cards, and it helps out quite a bit. And also does help level up Yasuo in case your game's a little bit slow, and it took you a bit to level him up. And after that we have pretty regular stuff. Palm, Will of Ionia, both our stuns and our recalls. And then Sentry, I really am like, this card keeps growing on me, and it combos very well with Ravenous Flock, for instance. Crimson Disciple, just a very strong card to go with their 2-drops. The Fey Blade Twirler, Transfusion. I mean, it's all pretty cut and dry after that. Twin Discipline is just helping me so I can protect my Yasuo, for instance. Personally, I'd go down to 1 or 2 tonight, so I'd probably take these out. You can have Spirit's Refuge. We don't have a ton of 3-drops. We do have the Sentry and Katarina. I didn't like the Shadow Assassin as much just because it's very, very slow, but I think we could certainly add her here. I like the way the deck played without her, and usually you're not blocking with her much anyway, and a lot of these things you are looking to block with. But you could definitely add her instead. I think for now I'm just going to do a 2 and 2. But if you want to add Shadow Assassin, go ahead. I would not fault you for it whatsoever, but I just find this deck to be a little bit faster than her, but she is just such a good card that I can't blame you for adding her. So yeah, I would say this is the more updated build still though, so if you want this, go ahead and take a look at the link in the description. The deck code will be there, as well as a Mobalytics link. I just want to let you all know beforehand that this is part 1 of my Cat and Yasuo deck. I have another video that I plan to release this weekend that will also be Katarina and Yasuo, the same deck, but just different games, so you can see the deck a bit more. We are against Teemo Sejuani. I'll just keep my 2-drop, looking for more low drops, looking for Yasuo. Katarina's okay too. Not really the most fantastic thing ever, but, you know, we have 2 over, so she's still alright here. But she's more annoying later, I would say. When we have more mana, she becomes much more annoying. They are P and Z, so they probably have Mystic Shot, so that's part of the reason too I was kind of saying I don't think she's as good here, because against P and Z, they're very likely to have Mystic Shot and Killer. So if you can get those out of their hand, it's ideal. But it's not the worst thing ever trade-wise, because I don't really expect too many stuns at the time with this hand. I'm much happier playing this instead of the Fey Blade Twirler. This is a great card. It's like one of the reasons that Yasuo can be as strong as it is. but when it's only at one attack, it's much worse than when it has something to activate it. So that's why I was happy playing the 2-3 instead. I know it's pretty hard to deal with, especially for a region that often does 2 attack or 2 damage because of Mystic Shot. I feel like I'm much happier with this at the time. Alright, well we have the Minotaurs for later. I don't think I'll play Katarina here. I do think I'm very happy playing another one of these though. Can fake transfusion essentially too. Alright, in that round. We're gonna go for an open attack here. We have a very slow hand. We could strike with Katarina though. They could also Mystic Shot us. The recall would be really nice with Faye. I think I'll play Faye and wait here on the Katarina, try to get something else out of them. Especially when I'm gonna ramp up into some pretty powerful cards here soon.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool.
And hopefully they just pass again. But they might not. Mystic Shot my face! Man. I mean, they definitely had it. They're just doing that for Sejuani activation, I guess. And this. Alright. It makes sense, but dang. It's quite forward of them. It's a lot of big buffs, so it's going to make these pretty hard. Intimidating Roar could be useful. Ooh, this can definitely be useful too.
We see through all.
That's stunning. I want to play Cat at some point. I'll probably play her now.
No going back.
Blade's Edge is most likely going to go face. There's our other Mystic Shot, which is nothing we weren't expecting. That's the second one though. I will just put this face, I guess. We don't have enough to play Roar, but who really cares? We have enough to play Palm if we need it.
Let's see what you can do.
Could just use the Palm now. But I think I'd rather just get Minotaur going. Just let him go face. Reason being is that in the future I'll have the ability to play Transfusion and I can get more out of these than what I'm currently getting out of them. Yasuo can do 2 damage to a bunch of stuff, which is pretty nice. But I don't have any follow-up besides Palm. I kinda like getting this Minotaur going. It is the weakest enemy, which can be a bit annoying at times. I don't think I want to attack at all. I really don't find my transfusions. Intimidating Roar is a potential. It stops everything except for the 5-4. Will is nice, but this Yone is also very likely. I'll start getting Fae Blade Twirl ramped up too. She hopefully will get very big very quickly.
From the savage cold.
This is going to be a Will of Ionia in this, or we could just play Yone here and stun this and this, which seems increasingly good. So we stun this and this. Or, yeah, because we don't really want to will her. We could also play... We could also play Palm and Yasuo. It kind of seems pretty ideal here, actually. Play Yasuo first, then play Palm. Do a little damage to her. Maybe make them think a little extra. We can also trade with Faye because we'll stun a unit. But we'll see what they do. Can be interesting for sure. This makes it where Yone going off to will be nice in the future. Intimidating Roar as well. Once we level up Yasuo, I think we're in a pretty nice spot here. We only have 5 shrooms in our deck too, which is nice. I have something spicy up my sleeve. Alright, I'll end that round. Thank you, Yasuo. Get rid of that. Yeah, I know. It's sad for all of us. Go ahead and stun this and this, I think.
You have taken a dark path. You never did.
We'll have this too. So we can level up Yasuo here. That's fine.
An auspicious season.
Doesn't do anything.
Now who's got the upper hand?
Yes, Yasuo, do it.
Class 5 focused optical burn.
So attack with this.
With Zonite Fair.
Attack with this.
My fate, your turn.
I think this is fine. We have our get out of jail free cards. If they, I don't know, they can technically buff this too easily, I think. I think with Yasuo being 4 out of 5, I think we should be careful. 4 or less power. It's a lot of things
Yes, of
here.
course.
Alright.
By snow and stars.
Entreat to get Teemo or Sejuani.
An auspicious season.
Fine with me. And they have to take some blocks here, I think. Using it on that. It's unfortunate I don't have a deny. So she's gonna die. I mean, I could like will her back, but it's just not worth it at this point. The stun is still better on Sejuani in the future. Yeah, I think we'll wait for this in the future. Just let this go off now. This will level up Yasuo right away.
By snow and stars. Oh.
Yeah, I wish I could get the other one out right now, but yeah, we'll pass on this.
You should stay back, cowards.
And there he goes.
I follow only one path, my own.
No, not the shrooms. We can technically kill Sejuani here. I think stunning her at minimum is worth. We have other ways to stun her up too, so I think they're going to have a hard time coming on from here. Except they do buff out of my intimidating roar, which sucks.
An auspicious season.
Still stunned though. Stun, do some damage. Technically kill her, although they played entry, so they ooh, they don't have a way to do it now. Interesting. And I really like the idea of getting this Reckoner going. Intimidating Roar just doesn't do enough, so this is going to die. That's technically going to die. Only 3 mana left. Or we can play like Will plus Palm. Could kill Sejuani technically. Seems fine to kill her here. Yes, I could attack with other things, but
The journey doesn't get you the rope.
you can play her next turn. Not a huge deal though.
Well fought.
Assuming they took her and not a Teemo. If you got a Teemo, we'll play Palm on him. Or we'll just play the Intimidating Roar, more likely. Yeah, alright. Intimidating Roar it is. Goodbye to a bunch of things. So no, Sejuani most likely a Teemo. Still dies here even with the mushrooms.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Which is all good with me. Yasuo just goes nuts on that. Alright. Well, that was a pretty solid game for us. Sejuani Gangplank. Ooh. It's a nice hand. It's a really nice hand. Like, this is pretty much your ideal hand of what you want right here. Crimson Disciple is nice for transfusion, but I love Sentry and Ravenous Flock together. Hopefully we draw Yasuo here in a bit. We have the Palm as well. Really, this hand is it's gorgeous. It is very, very ideal for us. Alright, I assume they open attack here, which is fine. The open attack, I think we consider playing the Fey Blade Twirler because we can follow up on Sentry. If they don't, then we play the Crimson Disciple. But we'll see what they do.
Success gets noticed around here.
Alright, Crimson Disciple it is.
Oh, I can't wait.
We get value from one of the attacks. Really, they should probably attack with both, just because then they get, say, Johnny leveled up, but you know what? This is fine with me. They have 0 mana.
Look what you did.
So, not much to worry about there. This definitely isn't worth it at the time. I kind of like developing the Fae here. Actually, just kind of like sacrificing this, even if it's to the 2-1. I'm okay with that trade, I think, because I don't have transfusion or anything. They might be worried that I do, so they might not block. But this is very fine to me.
Oh, this hurts.
And Faye's a bit slow here, so we'll see what they develop. Alright, most certainly we'll play with Faye then.
Fluffy tails fool ya.
And I'll be fine. Could kill this. Some ways I kind of want to.
Let's get to it.
Alright. They can have those attacks. Just do this. I might use the Ravenous on this just so I don't have to deal with it anymore. They could heal it though, so we'll see if they can play some other things. I highly doubt they play something for 4 mana though. I wonder what they're thinking about here. Don't have Yasuo. It doesn't do much. I know, it's probably not worth using this on Monkey Idol. Sure, it does some damage, but not a ton. I mean, I can attack though easier if I do destroy it.
Underestimate. I dare you.
That was our first thing for Yasuo. Eh. I would still love to draw him though. Mobile. Can't attack or block. Poor guy. Okay. Pilfer goods. Probably don't get... You can get like will and stuff, I guess. Which is a bit annoying, but nothing insane. I wonder if they have another one that they're looking at doing. Alright. They can use Elixir of Iron on this, but I think it's a risk I'm willing to take here. And then it dies. They do use Elixir. He started without me. We'll go face right away if they use the buff that we could play the Palm, and that is very, 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 very okay with me. Ooh, nice Yasuo.
Try to keep up.
7 and Palm is 8 with Yasuo. So we want to attack first and then ask questions later.
What's that you got there?
So they're taking that block. I would just take this as is. No point of wasting this. See what they do, then we'll probably play our Yasuo. Get him going.
Yeah, you don't want to
Yep. They're playing pretty slow things here. They missed their allegiance. There, I'll hit him with the sad face. So one of their Freljord cards is up top. If they play Sejuani, we play Sentry!
Bow to no
There it is. And then we play Palm on whatever else they try to grab. Palm is pretty solid. No free damage on my Yasuo. Funny idea you got.
The upper hand.
Now he's got the upper hand.
The dead don't eat riches.
Yeah. It's only stuns too. They don't get to play it again. I would definitely take the block if they were to attack with this.
Let's
Just a
get
heads
to
up. I mean, it's pretty free. 3-3 for a 3-2. I'm happy with that. Bad news about this is that Sejuani in the future is harder to stun, but I don't think I want my Yasuo going down to such low health. Going down to 1 is a bit too much with Make It Rain being a very common card, and I don't want to have to save for Deny.
Here's our chance.
Because there's no way they're not playing Make It Rain.
No!
There's no way. Freeze though is really annoying against this deck for like when Sejuani levels up, even though they're pretty far, so that's good. Ooh. Very far. I still think I'll go for this. Ooh, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should stun it right away. Because Fury of the North is pretty annoying here. Like, yeah, we can still kill it. But at what cost? Actually, no, it's not that annoying. What am I saying? Because we can play Ravenous on it first, and then it still kills through. So it's actually kind of funny. Because these are some big boys, and they stole that from me. I'm gonna say no. I'm actually going to just tell them no on that. On top of that, oh, so close to being able to just kill them too. Yeah, I'm gonna say nah, I don't think so. I got my Deny. They didn't even take the chump block too. So greedy. That's right, Shark. They were greedy.
My selection speaks for itself.
Kill your Sejuani. Kill the Sejuani. They have to buff it. They very well probably have a buff, but you know what? This is good. Really? I wonder if... Oh, yeah, they don't have enough for... They didn't have 4 mana. So I bet they have the other Sejuani, maybe from the Freljord card they drew earlier. That's mine too. That'd be really nice right now with my transfusion. But they don't have much attack on board right now. Yasuo's getting... Ooh, 2 more.
Pain is
Freeze that. When I say freeze, I mean stun. Same thing. Hopefully they didn't take one of my transfusions. That would be really annoying if they use that to kill my Yasuo. I guess I can use transfusion to make him not die, even though I can't play it on Crimson Disciple then. Oh, look at this gal. Now he's got the upper hand.
Boys.
Beautiful 9-3. They just do this to take this trade too.
none can compare.
It's fine. I'm telling you, they better not have taken my transfusion. I will not be a happy person. I mean, I think this is okay. Just let me take the damage and play my Crimson Disciple in peace. Good.
Is that all?
Now if I can just like find a stun of some sort. Will isn't really the answer here. Will just lets him play Sejuani again on my stuff, which is bad. But you know what, these two alone, pretty powerful. And with the transfusion, even more powerful. Ooh, they got something for me. Of course it hits my Yasuo, but... Haha! Gotcha! You're dead now. Transfusion to the rescue. No crazy Yasuo combos that time, but still a pretty solid game overall.
That's how we do things in Bilgewater.